Supreme Court of India bench led by Justice Ashok Bhushan today reserved its orders on a petition filed by the former Andhra Pradesh High Court Chief Justice, Justice Eswaraiah, challenging the High Court's order asking for a probe into the alleged conversation between the judge and a suspended district municipal magistrate, casting aspersions on a sitting Supreme Court judge. Advocate Prashant Bhushan, appearing for Justice Eswaraiah, submitted that it was a completely private conversation between two individuals, which he did not leak out to the press, and it was the suspended judge who had put out the statement of conversation to the press, and that is how the contents became public. Senior Advocate Prashant Bhushan went on to argue that if at all an inquiry has to be made, then the contents of the conversation was about illegal land dealings and how a sitting Supreme Court judge was involved in it, and that the entire investigation should also unearth these particular land dealings and the role of the sitting Supreme Court judge. Senior Advocate Kapil Sibal, appearing for the suspended district municipal magistrate, argued before the court that there is a lot of difference between the transcript of the conversation submitted in court by Advocate Prashant Bhushan and that what actually transpired. He further said that he has made a table which shows what has been left out from the transcript. Senior Advocate Harish Salvi, appearing for an intervener who happens to be a lawyer in Andhra Pradesh High Court, argued that the affidavit by Bhushan makes the case more worrisome because he has left out certain important bits of the transcript, and the allegations made against the sitting Supreme Court judge was indeed scandalous in nature. Even though Advocate Prashant Bhushan sought a stay on the Andhra Pradesh High Court order, the two-judge bench went on to reserve its orders for a later date. The Supreme Court today allowed Member of Parliament Karti Chidambaram to travel abroad after making a deposit of 2 crores. The permission sought before the court was because there were cases pending against him and he was out on bail by an order of the Supreme Court in a case lodged by the Enforcement Directorate. Senior Advocate Kapil Sibal, appearing for Chidambaram, argued that he was looking for a complete waiver of the deposit condition which was put in the bail order earlier by Justice Ranjan Gogoi, wherein he was asked to pay a sum of ₹10 crores if he had to travel abroad. Senior Advocate Sibal argued that he was a Member of Parliament and there was no case where he could elope from the country. To this, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta intervened that such an instance has already happened before and that the court should not deviate from its earlier stand. However, the court has now allowed Karti Chidambaram to travel outside the country for a period of 6 months after he makes a deposit of ₹2 crores and also submits details of the places he's going to visit and the area where he will stay when he resides in a foreign jurisdiction. A Supreme Court bench led by Justice Ashok Bhushan today adjourned the case of criminal contempt against comedian Kunal Kamra for after 4 weeks after the petitioner in the case sought time to file a rejoinder to the affidavit filed by Kunal Kamra. The court was also faced with a new petition today by Advocate Anuj Singh seeking criminal contempt of court action against Kunal Kamra for a new Instagram post. Justice Ashok Bhushan at the outset remarked as to how an Article 32 petition can be filed seeking contempt of court action. To this, the lawyer apprised the bench that it was not an Article 32 petition and that it was indeed a petition seeking criminal contempt of court action, and that the Attorney General for India, K.K. Venugopal, has already granted consent. To this, the court said that the matter will now be tagged with the pending matters already being adjudicated by the court and no notice has been issued in this case. A Supreme Court bench led by Justice Rohinton Fali Nariman today issued notice in a plea by Amazon against the Delhi High Court stay on future Reliance deal status quo. Meanwhile, the National Company Law Tribunal proceedings will be allowed to go on, but will not be allowed to culminate in any final order of sanction of scheme. In the special leave petition filed in the Supreme Court, Amazon had primarily contended that the Delhi High Court Division Bench could not have heard a letters patent appeal from an order arising out of Section 17, Clause 2 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. Well, that's all from the Supreme Court today. Do stay tuned with Supreme Court Today tomorrow as well, and don't forget to like and share barandbench.com.